Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Destination Specialist. My name is Susie Hagmuller, and we're here today on, what is today? September the 19th, 2024. And guess who's with us?
Who?
The leader of our village.
Oh, no.
Jose Lambert.
No, I am not the leader
He's
of the
leader
village.
of the
Ron
village.
Archer is the leader of the village.
Yeah, well, you're the secondary village leader. The village.
Welcome, Evolution family, to Destination Specialist. It is a little bit after 3 p.m. Pacific time, and we have a wonderful presentation for you today that you really should take advantage of. Again, if you want to copy a PowerPoint of this presentation, want a copy of it, just email me at the end of the presentation and we'll send this to you. There's some really good itineraries in this.
Really nice itineraries. Holland America is a really, the product that if you haven't sold, please reconsider it. It has kind of a niche product. It's not.
Yes.
It's not run of the house. It's not.
Right.
It's not mass media. So I think you'll find that their ships are a little bit different. And
yes, their ships are different. They're a little bit smaller. The food is very, very good. But they also go to destinations that are kind of different and out of the way.
right. They also their ships are a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
So it's important you qualify your customer before you put them Holland. But it is an experience. They've got a lot of lecture people on here.
Yeah.
This company's been around a very, very long time.
Yeah, so let's get to it. All right, let's go to the next slide. Good afternoon, Amanda. How are you today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Happy Thursday.
Happy
Yeah,
Thursday.
happy
Taco Thursday. Maybe get a drink after work.
Yay!
Yeah. Well,
How's the weather where you're at?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
See, you have
Well, there
you
you
have
go.
fall.
there
Fall
you
weather.
go.
Oh, it's
Beautiful.
wonderful. I'm ready for pumpkin.
Yay!
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh,
There
there you
we
go.
go. It's a favorite. Those good smells
Yeah,
for fall.
those hot rum toddies. And,
Chocolates.
Yay!
yeah, and you got to start breaking the boots out now because you're going to be like
Snowed in.
Yeah, snowboarding by next week for 8 months or so. Okay.
Give her some time.
You guys are funny.
All right, so here it is. Holland America Line destination for 2025. We're also going to show you some things even for 2026. This is the Rotterdam. This is one of their newer, nicer ships.
Nice, yeah.
A really beautiful ship. It is the the main ship that they have. It also does a lot of Alaska stuff. All right, let's go to the next slide. We're going to show you. We're going to pretty much go around the world. We're going to concentrate on the Caribbean. And can we go back? Okay, see this map that you have here? This is a Google map that when you ask for the PowerPoint, you can get this map and then zoom in and zoom out. You can see satellite views of it, but it's really a great map to have. You guys should be using these maps and helping you with your clients, okay? So let's go now to the very first itinerary. Here we go. I'll do the first one. Here's a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, March 16th, 2025, perfect for spring break.
Nice. Yep.
Ports of call, round trip out of Fort Lauderdale, Grand Turk, Charlotte, Alamé, St. Thomas, San Juan, and Half Moon Cay. Now, be aware that, Holland is in partnership with Princess and Carnival. They're part of the same organization.
corporation,
So
right.
they get to go to a lot of Princess and Carnival stops. And one of the most famous ones is Half Moon Cay. Let's go to the next slide. And here it is. See what I mean?
I would
So-
love to ride a horse in the ocean like that. That's very cool.
I know that is really, really cool. But this is you don't be surprised if your clients do see other ships like Princess ships and Carnival ships on their itineraries. All right?
The only place they won't be, unless they belong to that same corporation, is going to be on their private islands.
Right. Like, for example,
You're not going to see Princess
in Coco Cay.
Yeah.
You know,
Or that's right.
Yeah, you're not going to see Princess or any
So
of
be
those.
careful when you do the itineraries.
Yeah, so they know that. All right, so that's one of the things you can do there. Let's go to the next slide. I love this shot. Let's see. Here we go. There it is. As you can see,
two ships
there's a
right
Holland
there.
ship next to a Carnival ship. All right, and this is Half Moon Cay, and this is part of their island, their private little beach area that they have on Half Moon Cay. We're on this day. You're not going to be walking around the city. This is a fun in the sun day. Okay, and you have a lot of these kind of days.
So like, this is your own island.
Right, your own stretch of beach.
Your own island for the day, and they bring the meals and stuff. They
Yeah,
have barbecues.
there's food,
they have
barbecues.
games.
There's a full bar. There's stuff for the kids to do. There's usually snorkeling and activities and excursions that you can sign your clients up to. Okay, but you'll be there for the day. And what I really like about this is that it's kind of like a little parking spot. They park up here at this little port terminal thing, and then your clients just walk across it. I've been here and it's a beautiful spot. I really liked it a lot. It's really a lot of fun. I was there with the Carnival celebration when I went going down there, so that was kind of cool. All right, let's go to the next slide. And here is, again, now you see, now here, and this is Charlotte Amelie in St. John, and this is a U.S. Territory. Again, now on this day, when you come here, you can walk around the city. This is where you do the walking tours. This is where they do the special
shopping,
things,
there's all
the
kinds of
shopping,
things,
museums, locations, famous things that you can do around there. So that's that. All right, let's go to the next slide. Here's our next destination. There you go. You go.
This is a really nice itinerary. This is out of
Stay-
Fort Lauderdale. Okay, it's on does it have a date? Yeah, it's March the 16th of 2025. It's a 12-night Panama Canal. The ports are Fort Lauderdale, Half Moon Cay, Ocho Rios, Jamaica, Port Leon, which is Costa Rica, Colon, well, that's right before you go through the Panama Canal, Cartagena, Oranjestad, which is Aruba, and then back up to Fort Lauderdale. This is, if somebody wants, I don't know, I have to look, is this a full transit or a partial?
No, it's a partial.
Is it a
Okay,
partial?
now look, you guys.
Okay.
This is going for $1,829 per person. That's per person,
interior,
double for
right.
interior cabin. Now, something when people talk about Panama Canal, okay, some of the cruise lines go completely through the Panama Canal.
They go through all the locks.
Right, and there are some that don't. Here's an example of one that will take you to the Panama Canal, but you will not be going into the Pacific Ocean. They'll go in up to a certain area and then turn around.
It turns around, comes back. So
Right.
it's called a partial transit, and that's what the itinerary says. So you will see some of them, but you will not spend the day going through all the
of them.
locks.
That's correct.
And for people who just want to get the experience, this is what I would suggest. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at probably 14 days.
Yeah,
Because
14,
it takes a whole day to go through the locks. But what's really cool about this, you actually see Panama, and then you get to do a partial canal, which first, like I said, this is a great itinerary. Somebody says, I'd like to do Panama Canal, but I don't want to go through all the locks.
Right.
You'll get the same experience without spending the extra day or 2 days to do it.
Right.
Nice ports of call.
Yeah, nice port to call. So let's
Fun
take
stuff.
So let's take a look at some of them. Let's go to the next slide. Here we have Cartagena.
Cartagena.
I love this
So
photograph.
beautiful.
And the reason you have the old with the new. Look at that. Look at that. That's just beautiful. So you have old Cartagena, the old town, and you also have the brand new sparkling city there. That's
It's
just
very
boom.
European looking.
Very European,
yeah.
very popular tourist spot. We have a lot of people go here. A lot of North Americans, a lot of Canadians, a lot of Europeans love this place. It's very affordable. It's really a lot of fun. So there's that one. Let's go to the next slide. Like Susie said, here's a picture of a partial as you go through the Panama Canal. Now, again, Susie was saying it might take a day or 2 days according to the traffic that's in the canal at the time, because it takes time to get all the ships out through here. So, but this will give you an idea of what they go through, and this is their lock
It's
system.
pretty
that they have.
interesting. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a partial.
It's pretty cool. And now let's go to the next slide. Susie loves this photograph. This is Puerto Limon.
This is cool. Look at, they're on like a enclosed motorboat.
Right, and it's like a little jungle ride. This is in Costa Rica, and you can take this as an excursion. So that's kind of cool too. So there's
Think
that.
about all the things running around in that water.
All right, now let's go to this next slide. I pulled this inventory because we never really talk about, we're always talking about 4-nighters and 3-nighters and 7-nighters. But when I saw this, I went, well, why not this? Where you can do I really want to cruise a long time.
Yeah, this is beautiful. And the ports of call are gorgeous.
Yeah, the ports of call
Really nice.
are very, very nice. And it is just an outstanding itinerary. But go ahead. You
It's okay. It's a little bit off the beaten path.
Yes, and it's kind of funny too.
It is because
Yeah.
the way the routing is on it. So this is a 20, oh my gosh, it is 21 days.
It's 21 nights per.
Guess what? If you're a cruiser and this is what you want to do, what a great way to see all these islands. It starts out of Fort Lauderdale, goes to Phillipsburg, St. John's, Castries, which is St. Lucia.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then from there it goes to, I can't see, what is that word?
Rose.
Rosé, which is
And then
right before
Pastry,
St.
Charlotte
Charlemagne.
Half Moon Cay, back to Fort
Back
Lauderdale.
to Fort Lauderdale.
Then back to Half Moon
Yeah,
Cay.
it's crazy.
Falmouth, and then Mahogany Bay,
Mahogany Bay.
Belize, Cozumel, Key West, then back to Fort Lauderdale. So, wow. I mean,
These are ports you don't usually get to see. How many go to Key West?
yeah, I know. Right.
And how many go to Belize City? Belize is becoming very popular. Mahogany Bay, that's Rattan. So we have those. But the rest of
Castries-
it, look how Castries,
Castries and Rosé, I think that's pronounced
Rosa, Rosa, it's parlez-vous, yeah, Rosa.
You know, this is a really, really outstanding way to look at the Caribbean. The pricing on this is starting at $2,624 per person, double occupancy interior cabin. But oh my goodness,
Divide that per day.
yeah,
It's
You know.
less than $100.
yep,
It's
yep.
an interior cabin, yes,
Yeah.
but you're never going to see this many ports of call and this kind of itinerary. That's what makes this really special. It's off
Yeah.
the beaten path.
It's off the beaten path. All right, let's go to the next slide, and now we're going to show you some of the photographs of this itinerary. This first one is of Phillipsburg, St. Martin,
St. Martin.
Martin.
Martin. Don't forget there's St. Martin, Marteen, and there's Martin.
Martin.
One is the French side, one is the Dutch side.
Right. So here's
Are
this.
you guys frozen?
Are we? No, I'm moving.
I'm moving too.
Are you
Wait.
frozen?
Are we lost? What destination am I in? You let us
Hello?
know. You let us know
Think-
if we should proceed.
Listen, somebody's mowing.
Yeah. Somebody's mowing. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Amanda, are we still on?
It's frozen for me.
This is not for us. Is somebody mowing in the yard?
No.
I hear, listen to it. I hear
It's not coming from my mic.
What is the comments room saying?
You are good here.
Okay.
I can't connect to that computer.
Is
All right.
it
Let me get China.
We're still live though, just FYI.
China.
Okay,
We're having an issue. All right. We'll
we're
just.
still live though.
All right. We're still
Very-
live,
yeah,
so
we're
let's
still
just
live.
continue. Okay. So here's a photograph of St. Martin.
St. Martin.
Martin, okay. Let's go to the next one. I guess you can't see it, but if you can go to the next one, that would be great.
I don't know if she can do anything. She's frozen.
Oh, yeah, if she's frozen, she can't really move.
anything. Yeah.
Her computer's
She-
frozen.
she's frozen on her end, so
I
she
just
can't move.
connect to the computer, so sorry guys.
That's okay, not
you
a
can
problem.
manually click it forward, China. What do you want me to do?
Can you
Can
move the
click
slides?
PowerPoint forward.
Okay, here we go. This
Okay.
is
This is where we
the
at here.
second one,
Because
Castries.
This is Castries.
Saint
So this
Lucia.
is St. Lucia, a beautiful destination. There's
Beautiful.
I'm going to kind of intervene here. There's some beautiful sandals resorts here.
Yes.
If you get an opportunity and you're on this ship, if you let Sandals know ahead of time, they may allow you to have like
Site
a
inspection.
2-hour site inspection for one of the properties.
Yeah.
St. Lucia is beautiful. It's untouched. This water looks just how it is
Yeah,
there.
and it's a beautiful place.
island. It really
All right.
is.
Let's go
Okay, we'll go on to
to the next slide.
I'm back.
Are you
Oh,
back?
you are back? Okay.
Thank you.
Now, this is
Thank you.
Falmouth,
This is Fallbrook.
Thanks, China.
Falmouth.
Falmouth, Jamaica. Okay.
This is one of the new, instead of going to, oh my gosh, Montego Bay.
Right.
This is the other destination that they stop at. Okay, it's a little bit new to them.
Right. As you can see, and again, they have it, you park right up into the cruise parking spots, and then you just walk off the ship and you can start
There you
enjoying
are.
that right away. All right, now let's go to the next one. And this is interesting because Susie even mentioned this, is that Belize, and this is part of Belize City also is where they stop.
Oh, look,
But-
they have zip line.
Yeah, they have a zip line. As you can see, again, this is one of these areas on the beach that the cruise line has reserved for themselves and only for their clients and passengers to enjoy the day here. But you also have the city of Belize that you can also do excursions and do a bunch of things there too. Like
And if you have
this.
somebody that's a diver, snorkel, or mostly scuba, they've got some of the best barrier reefs here that are, people go specifically here to dive. It's one of the hot
Yes.
dive destinations.
Yes, it is. All right, now let's go. Now we're gonna go all over the place. But I want to go. Oh yes, and then we have Cozumel.
Cozumel.
And we never see a photograph. This is Cozumel.
This
And
is
look
how
at
you
it.
come in.
Yeah, this is how you come in. And again, this is where the cruise ship parks. And then you walk off and you walk down that little path right there. And you walk
And you're
into-
right in downtown
into
Cozumel.
Okay, and that's kind of cool too. So you have that one. All right, now let's go to the next. We're going all over the place. I'm going to tell you this right now.
We're
Now,
moving.
Let's go to the next slide. Here's a map of Europe. And Amanda, can you zoom in specifically for London and Paris? All right, because we never really ever talk about this. Susie and I, we never
Perfect.
talk about cross-Atlantic cruises. We never do.
No.
We never do because, and I said, you know what? It'd be really fun if we talk about that because this is one where you can do this. And it's a really interesting itinerary. You're going to go to London and to Paris. Where is Paris? Oh, no.
Oops.
Oh, let's see where it is.
There.
Zoom out a little bit. There it is. Right there it is, right there. You can do 2 of them on this cruise. So pay attention to this itinerary. Let's go to the next slide and we'll show you all about it. Go ahead.
This is really fun. It starts in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And then for Fort Lauderdale, you're going to transatlantic cross.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to end up in King's, what is it called?
That's King's Wharf.
King's Wharf is
that's
where it takes
Bermuda.
off from Bermuda.
Mhm.
Okay, then you're going to go to Falmouth, which again, that's Jamaica. And then we're going to...
No, that's the
What? This
original
is the
Falmouth.
original
No,
Fal-
that's the original
place.
Falmouth.
That's different than Jamaica, sorry. That's
Right.
my mistake. Okay, and then you're going to Portland and Harbor, Paris, Le Havre, and then to Dover. This is really cool because you do the transatlantic crossing, but this is not going to be a really long... How many days is this?
It's 14
It's
nights.
14 nights. So I think it takes you 5 days to get across, approximately.
right.
And then once you hit, you're going to have all these ports of call, which you can get off at all of these places.
Right now,
What a
and
fun
look
thing.
at the price point on this. Interior stateroom for this is only $1,097 per person, double occupancy. That's a pretty good price point.
And I don't think the outsides are that much more, or
Yeah.
the balconies. They're not substantially
Yeah, they're
higher.
not. They're not. So it's very doable, you guys. And we never talk about, cross Atlantic. I mean, that's very rare. And I just wanted to introduce you to it because I think this is a really interesting itinerary. Think about, and the thing is that the other cruise lines that we talk about, they also do this. Princess does it, Carnival does it,
It's
Royal
not
does
all
it.
the time.
Not all the time, but they will have
But they
it
will
in the
have
year.
it occasionally.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if you have people that are probably seasoned cruisers,
Yep.
this is going to be a little bit older clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest that they do this because the way they do this and then the ports of call that they do, especially if when you're in Dover or Le Havre, when they go over even to Paris, think about the older clientele maybe wanting to do Normandy Beach and some of those things.
Yep.
It would be a great excursion. And the cliffs of Dover, we're going to see some
Yeah.
pictures. I think if you're a seasoned traveler and you love cruising, this is a perfect opportunity, and it's a great itinerary to offer to them. Pricing is very good.
All right, so let's take a look at some of the photographs on this itinerary. Let's go to the next slide. Here is, this is King's
This
Wharf
is King's Wharf.
in Bermuda. We've shown you photographs of Bermuda before. It doesn't,
So pretty.
It kind of looks like, I would have to say Virginia or
Yeah, it's-
southern. It's not like a typical Caribbean island.
It's not.
And it's not. It has different
It's also
foliage.
totally British.
And it's more fully British.
totally British.
But this is a great time, and it's a lot of fun here. It's a lot of fun here, and it's Bermuda. And
This is Bermuda is very upscale.
Yeah.
Just so you know, there's a lot of yachts here, and there's a lot of really upscale properties here, and also they have something called the Pink Sand Beach.
yeah, there.
Very
Now we are here.
Here
not,
we are.
Not in Portland, Oregon, but in Portland Harbor, the United Kingdom.
The UK.
A typical British English seaport that you can, go and enjoy on. Let's go to the next slide. Love this one. Who doesn't love seeing this? Let's go. There it is. Look at that. For
The
miles.
Cliffs of Dover.
The White Cliffs of Dover, which is again a lot of history here through the decades and centuries. So that's always a landmark to see. And then
Imagine cruising in here and
Yeah.
seeing that out.
Yeah.
It's just
imagine
amazing.
cruising past that. Look at this
Here we go
photograph.
when
Look
you
at
come
this.
to Paris.
Look at this. The city of Paris at dusk. Okay, and then let's go to the next slide. Here's a cloudy day in London town. Here we go. There it is.
Not so bad.
It's not so bad. All right, now we're going to come back. We're going to come back to the Mexican Riviera.
Okay, now we're going to wind around and come back around
yeah,
to.
and now we're going to go
here.
here.
We go.
We're going here to.
We're going to San Diego.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
All right, this is a 7-night out of San Diego. This is for March the 22nd of 2025. Good time of the year to go here.
Yep.
Really nice weather. Great ports of call. You get to go from San Diego to Mazatlan.
No, you go.
No. First you go to Cabo.
No.
Yes.
You go San Diego. You go to Puerto Vallarta first.
Wait a minute. Oh, you're furthest point. That's my mistake.
Yeah. See, but look,
Okay,
that's
sorry.
all right.
Right.
I know, because I thought I saw that too.
That's right.
I'm reading something different.
Wrong. They've gotten the wrong way, but they do. You go to your furthest point first,
Yeah.
and then you start to come back. So from Puerto Vallarta, they go to Mazatlan to Cabo San Lucas, and then back to San Diego. It's a fun itinerary. I'm so happy they're adding Mazatlan.
Yeah, and here it is. That's $974 per person. That's a nice price point on 7 nights. Okay, per person, double
Nice
occupancy
time of
interior
year,
statement.
too.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's go to the next slide. So there's that. Okay, we've already showed you guys. Every week we show you pictures of Cabo and Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan. But
The
so
standard.
this time I wanted to get you to another itinerary. We were talking about the Panama Canal again. All right. Now this is from the west coast to the east coast, and as you can see, it's not like a 12 or a 13-nighter. It's a 17-nighter, and these are the ports of call that you go to. This is a big itinerary, and it looks really great, and this is a lot of fun.
So it's a 12. It's
No,
17.
17
so,
night.
So you're on to San Diego to Puerto Vallarta, Puerto Vallarta to Hualtuco, Hualtuco to Puerto Chiapas, and then Puerto Quezal. These are all different ports of call.
Yeah,
for sure.
these are very unusual ports of call.
Really, and then Puerto Caldera.
Yeah, Puerto Caldera, and then you go through the Panama Canal, and then you go through
Panama, and this is a full transit.
Yep.
So you know this is not a partial. This is a full. Then you go Ornstadt, which is Aruba, and to Fort Lauderdale. What's cool about this? If you live on the West Coast, you just get yourself out of San Diego. You only have to fly one way, Fort Lauderdale back home.
Yep,
This
yep.
is probably one of the most popular ones from the West Coast because it gives people they can do the transit. They get to see from very different ports of call,
Yes.
especially in Mexico.
Yes.
Hardly anybody does these ports of call in Mexico.
That's correct. And I know a lot of people have on their bucket list that they want to go through the Panama Canal. And here's an opportunity for your clients to do it. And it's October 9th of 2025. And
Nice time and it's cooler.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
you don't wanna
cooler
do
that
this in
time of
summer.
year. It could
Yeah.
be a little bit rainy around
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta and all that, but still you're gonna have a great time with that. Let's show you some of the locations that you get to go to. This is Hualtuco.
If you've never been to Hualtuco, it's the coolest place. Look how pretty it is.
Yeah, and
It's very quiet here. It's
the
not
water.
real Mexico. And look at the water here. Hualtuco is it's an untouched destination in Mexico. There's a couple really beautiful resorts here too.
Let's now go to the next slide. Okay, this is
Caldera.
Caldera. Again, this we hardly ever talk about this city, so it's new on the destination specialist. That's
Really
why I
nice.
wanted to introduce it to you guys, so you guys kind of know about it. You should know these locations. You should have these photographs readily available when you start talking about these cruises and your clients are interested in booking this. Okay, so
This looks absolutely beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
Talk about a
And
hidden
then
gem.
let's go to the next slide. This is our famous here. Yes, we show this slide a lot
Ornstedt,
because we
yep.
talk about Ornstedt a lot. And there is what you can do there. It's more of a city walking around town, not you're sitting down at the beach kind of thing, like Coco Cay or the other places. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Let's talk a little bit about Alaska. Okay, and here we have the 7-night Glacier northbound departing out of Vancouver on the NUA Amsterdam. This is for June 1st of 2025. Look at the ports of call here are Vancouver, Cushing, Alaska's Inside Passage, Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway, Glacier Bay, College Fjord, and Whittier. Interior stateroom for starting on this is $994 per person, double occupancy. $994, that's pretty good.
I just want to let you know, Holland America is one of the grandfathered ships or cruise lines that is allowed to go into Glacier Bay. Glacier Bay is different than Tracy Arms. It's different than some of the other glaciers. Glacier Bay is the one, there's only 2 cruise lines that are allowed now to go all the way in and come all the way back out. I've done this, and I want to tell you, if you get an opportunity, Glacier Bay is the highlight by 100%, the most beautiful thing you can imagine. When you go in, they pretty much shut the engines down, and the sea life that's in here, and it's super cold, just so you know, but the seals and the otters and it's the most breathtaking thing you can imagine because Glacier Bay is over the top. So again, Holland is grandfathered in, and that's the only reason they're allowed to go into Glacier Bay.
And
Nice
also,
itinerary.
as you know, they've been really pushing this global fresh fish program, which they just started. So the culinary aspects on this cruise are going to be outstanding because you're going to be actually eating the freshest seafood like ever with these deals that they have with the fisheries and their chefs and everything.
Right.
We talked about that yesterday during the
webinar.
Not the webinar, on the in the briefing. Okay, let's take a look at some of the photographs of this beautiful thing here. We're going to show you some. Here is Juneau, Alaska. As you can see, one of the modern
It's so
cities.
green and beautiful here. It's
all the
just-
time.
it's breathtaking when you get here because we haven't got too much like this.
Yeah.
This is, I always look at Alaska like the last frontier in the United States because it really is. It's pretty untouched. A lot of wildlife. People are super nice here. Remember, Alaska has a short season, May to September. So if you have people interested, you need to start thinking about booking this now. Okay.
Okay, now let's go to the next shot here that we have. Here we have a photo of Glacier Bay, and again, this is the which one is that? That's the.
Is that the New
No,
Amsterdam?
that's the Westerdam.
The Westerdam.
So there you go, and as you can see what Susie was talking about, and as you can see, they just cut the engines off and just sit out here, and you can see this wildlife. Let's
You're
go.
going to love the blue ice.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and this is College Fjord.
College Fjord.
Look at this.
Different, and this is a different set of glaciers
Yeah,
here.
that is pretty wild. All right.
Nice.
All right, let's go to the next slide, and we have this video I want to show you guys. Now, another thing that Holland introduces that some of the other cruise lines is they got long extension worldwide legendary voyages is what they're called. They have them for 2025 and also for 2026. And you're like, well, what is that, Jose? Well, we're going to show you here in this video because it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and roll it. Check it out. What was that, Amanda? What did you say?
I was saying, when I asked Angel during her webinar on Wednesday, she said that you don't change ships on these long voyages. You stay on the same ship.
Oh yeah, it's the same ship that goes on it. Yeah, but Susie brought up a great point though. What was it that you?
Are you allowed to, I'm going to ask her, did she talk about, are you allowed to do partials on these? So like on the 28-day one, on day number, let's say 18,
Can you
at the port of call where they stop, are you allowed to get off and continue?
We
That's-
didn't discuss that. She made it seem like you had to stay on for the whole thing, but that's a good question. Maybe.
That's a good question that we should send to her and find out. But you guys, you saw where they go. Oh my goodness.
I've never seen anything like this. I mean, volcanoes to ice.
And glaciers.
Glaciers.
I mean, 28 med. What was that? It was a 28-day med.
Med.
The Viking one. Well, I mean, this is
These
incredible.
are legendary.
Yeah, these are
There's
legendary
no doubt.
voyages.
If you do this is not something that goes on all the time.
Right.
This is a very specialized, and this is a great introduction
Yeah.
from Holland for people who really want to experience what cruising is about.
Yeah.
Because this is an experience.
And also to accompany them on these legendary voyages to help you and your clients with where they're going to go and see. They have experts that talk about certain things that they're going to go see, whether it's geology, whether it's history or culture, to help your client experience more of it. And I think that'd be a great way to do it. I love that Mediterranean one. I think that looks great.
These are spectacular. So
Yeah.
we'll find out from her if there is such a thing as just not having to take the entire one, if you're allowed to pick it up and then get off. So, because some cruise lines do that.
Yep.
Like on the round the world one, you're allowed to get off at certain points. You're also allowed to do partial.
All right, let's go to the next slide. Again, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the email address that you see right here below Susie's name and right there, and that's pretty much it. Amanda, do we have any questions or comments?
Doesn't look like we have any questions at the moment. We just had some comments.
Okay.
But I also just always like to bring up, don't forget about the contact structure, and who you're supposed to contact for certain things.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, let's go to that really
Thank
quick.
you.
Okay, here we go. This is in your travel cafe. Here's your contact. Your first, if you need help or assistance, your first contact should be your upline, your mentor, or the sponsor or recruiter that brought you in. Your second person, if that person is busy, is you contact Archer Travel. Anything in travel related, but we'll even help you with some Evolution stuff if you've got questions about that. Then your third one is to contact Evolution Enterprises about membership payments, EVO rewards, team building, etc. Those are the email addresses, and this information is in the travel cafe if you need anything, okay? So, and again, we're here for you. We are here for you all the time. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to contact us here at Archer Travel.
Again, like Jose said, we're here to help you. We're qualified agents here. We have a team of support, customer service support to help you. I know a lot of times being a new agent or even being a seasoned agent, you come across an issue that you just cannot take care of yourself, or you're coming against an obstacle that you've not happened before. We had some issues with one of our suppliers with completing credit card payments. A lot of times your upline's busy, your sponsor. Please come to us directly as soon as you can, because when you're in the middle of doing a booking or there's something going on that's preventing you from moving forward, please get in touch with us. We have a faster way. Sometimes we already know about the issue and we can tell you how to work around it. So do it. We're here for you. We're here for your support. We're here to help you get knowledgeable and to teach you how to become a better travel agent. Because you need to know as much as you can in this business, because it's forever changing.
Yeah, it's
So
forever.
I want to thank everybody for joining us again today. Amanda, thank you. Jose, thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And guess what? It's almost the end of the month.
Yeah, it's almost the end of the month. All right, you guys. So I will see you next Wednesday. All right. So take care of yourselves. Tomorrow, please join Astrid at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Astrid will be here with Amanda. They're going to give away some stuff. They're going to have a short morning briefing, and then she's going to set you up for next week. And she's going to let you know who the supplier of the week is for next week. So, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. I'm Jose Lambert of Archer Travel Service with.
I'm Susie Hagmiller from Archer Travel Service, and thank you again for joining us. Amanda, have a great week, and say goodbye to everybody, Amanda.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you both. Thanks everyone for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
There we
Listen
go.
to this noise.